this is Josephine. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a classical sponge cake, which was a family favourite, something my dad used to actually eat for breakfast. But today I'm making it more like a treat ahead of Easter because it's a super versatile recipe and you can decorate it and add to it whatever way you like. I can't wait to share this recipe. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let's get started. For the ingredients, you're going to need 2 cups of flour, a cup of butter, vegan, and a cup of sugar, as well as vanilla. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and a 1/4 cup of water for the egg, as well as for the icing, some icing sugar and some lemon juice. And there are your ingredients. You want to start by preheating your oven to 180 degrees on fan and greasing your baking tin. This will help things not stick. Then you want to cream using the back of a spoon your sugar and butter together until they're fully combined into a really creamy and light texture, like this. It helps to leave your butter out for a while at room temperature just to get that right moist texture that you're looking for. Then you can add a splash of vanilla to this mixture as well as a pinch of salt and combine that in so those flavors are well distributed, and it also helps to the creaminess. Once that's combined, you're going to add your egg, which is your chia and water mix. As you can see, it's nice and gloopy, and you want to combine that into the other wet ingredients first. It's important to do the wet ingredients first because in the self-raising flour there is an activating agent that's activated by water. So then add your self-raising flour gradually. So I've done about 1/4 at a time, mixed it into the batter, and then added 1/4 more. If your batter's looking dry, you can add a splash of plant-based milk and continue to stir. I've actually added in total 2 splashes of plant-based milk because the texture of your batter should be falling off the spoon. So it should have some run to it, but you don't want it to be completely liquid. So it should still hold, but as you can see here, it should fall off the spoon. You don't want to overwork, so once everything is combined and falling off the spoon, you can place that into your pre-greased baking tin. And I'm pouring all of that in there and then just spreading it around so that it's evenly distributed and that we get an even rise in the oven ahead of baking. Just as a note, it is important to use self-raising flour for this recipe. Otherwise, if you only have plain flour, add a teaspoon of baking powder into it. So as you can see, I'm spreading that around the tin just to make sure it has an even rise. But between the time that I've combined the flour in and getting it in the oven, I try and make that as quick as possible. Again, because of the activating agent. So then I pop that in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven, at which point it should come out and it should be lovely and golden on the top and evenly risen. While it cools, I'm going to prepare lemon icing. You can do any icing you like. As I said, very versatile recipe. So start with 2 tablespoons of icing sugar and then just a squeeze of lemon juice. I would go light on the lemon juice initially and then add more if necessary because icing sugar basically just disappears until you've got this texture. After about 20 minutes, once the cake has cooled, you can remove it from the tin and drizzle on your icing or decorations of choice. This is my favourite icing because I like it quite simple, but as a kid we used to decorate these with all sorts, with chocolate, with sprinkles. It's the perfect recipe for a special occasion and a super fun recipe to do with friends or with children because everyone can get involved and make the cake look like how they'd like. If you bake 2 of these as well, you can layer cream, vegan cream, and jam in between and have a Victoria sponge cake. Once it's iced, it should be done and ready to eat. So as you can see, I'm taking a lovely big slice here. We actually had this for breakfast. And you can see it's really moist and fluffy on the inside and an absolute treat. So if you like that video, make sure to subscribe. And thank you for watching. See you on the next one.